OMG is about to have his dinner, but that's not going to stop us. We got our corona test, so we're going to move closer. It's John's team.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. Are you ready
What a weird moment.
It is weird. But are you ready for another Wiwibloggs interview?
I don't think so. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm always ready for Wiwibloggs. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Let's go.
Deban at Wiwibloggs.com. First of all, I've got to say, I love how we do interviews. So I did an open up with Deban session. My man shows up in the bathroom. It was an OnlyFans moment.
You mean what? Sorry?
When you came on the live stream, open up with Deban.
Yeah.
You showed up in the bath. We love that.
Yeah. Just natural. Yeah, I mean, I was just in the bathtub and I was like, should I really go to this call?
So I was thinking,
okay, let's go.
I was tempted to extract that clip and put it on OnlyFans. You know, we got to broaden your market.
What are you doing with me? Oh my God.
Gjon,
No.
congratulations on being the jury pick at Eurovision. I need you to cast your mind back to Rotterdam, which is only last week.
I mean, it's not so hard because obviously it was just last week. So it has been crazy. Like everything what happened till now. I mean, you know, of course, I know it's Eurovision. It's the biggest musical contest ever. But I couldn't imagine that that I will be eating a pizza with you here. No.
In Tirana.
No, it's like I couldn't imagine that. I mean, now I have interviews here in Albania. It was like just crazy. I cannot go out, otherwise everyone wants a picture. And like then I'm going to France and then to Spain and then maybe to Germany and then, you know, it's like, it's just crazy. I couldn't imagine that, to be honest. I knew that, of course, maybe I would make something happen, but not something like this. I mean,
but in those tense moments when the points were rolling in and it was like you could be the winner, I mean, like, what was going through your mind? I mean, you did win the jury vote, no doubt, and you finished in top 3, which is like Switzerland's best result.
It's crazy.
Since Celine Dion. But like, what were you thinking at that point? Like, as it was getting closer and closer and closer.
To be honest, I think I just didn't have any stress. Because, you know, I mean, I just did my job when I had to do it, so on stage. And at that moment, of course, before going on stage, I was just like being on myself. I was like, I'm never going to do that. And at the same time, you know, I really, really, really take it seriously, the jury vote, because, I mean, I had such technical issues for the jury final. I had some problems with my prop. Mm-hmm. It was moving. And I didn't have the feeling that I had I didn't have the feeling that I was in my best days. So well,
your prop was moving, those steel bars.
Yeah, at the end you didn't see it. I mean, it was like just rolling like this, like bye bye. yeah, and actually I'm so happy that the camera still followed me and also the light. So I finished the performance with the camera and with the light, so that was cool. But of course, I mean, I really don't know what happened, and so I was so scared because I had the feeling that I really, really failed my performance first. And also, I just didn't want to show that to the jury. So that's why I tried to hide so much. I was like, okay, where I'm standing, why is it moving? Like, no. You know, so I was like, I was like, okay, you have one job. Your job is to sing, to be on your top, no matter what happened. So I was just super focused on everything.
Two jobs, I would say 2 jobs, because your choreography, it looked very freestyle, but we could see in the rehearsals it was actually choreography. Like, you know, you were not just making it up.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
I wanted to challenge myself because I think that in such a big show like as Eurovision is, I really wanted to try something new, not just be me with my piano, and just try something new. So that's why it was really important for me to try to move. I'm not a dancer, of course, but I wanted to try to move, and I'm so happy that I found Sasha, who gave me this, self-confidence to try this. And I trusted her so much. I mean, because I was like, I'm just doing shit. And then, she just said, come on, just try and you will see. And we don't care what people think. And at least I just I just gained a lot of confidence by doing it, and also with the time. And then I'm so happy because, I mean, it's so hard to describe. To be honest, like it's honestly it was the best day of my life, because it was 4 days really, really intense. 4 days really intense. It was like, okay, like the semi-final for the jury.
Was that intense for you, knowing that you would, I mean, it was obvious. I mean, you were tipped for victory. So did you really feel like the semi-final of like, oh, or did you just expect?
Of course. No, of course. I mean, I wasn't the first called. So I was like, okay, they're not going to call me.
What?
I'm not going to go to the finals. Really? And my head of delegation was like, no, come on, I'm sure. And everyone, when they saw that I wasn't here, they were like, okay, maybe he's right. He's maybe not going to be here. And everyone, even if they were sure that I was there, I wasn't sure at all. I was like, okay, maybe they forgot me. Maybe they don't want me. And
what?
I mean, yeah, of course. No. It was, to be honest, it wasn't obvious at all. I mean, when I did it, I was like, okay, maybe I did it good. But then when I was waiting, I was like, okay, they're not going to take me. So, of course, I was really happy, but I couldn't expect that they will expect okay, but not it wasn't obvious at all. I really was waiting for that result, and it was so the same for the jury. I mean, at that moment, that's what I was explaining. You have to understand that it's 4 days intense. It's, as I said, the semi-final, and I was in the second semi-final, so no break. It's like semi-final for the jury, semi-final broadcasted, and then the jury. And that day was that was an horrible day. I mean, I had an apartment normally that I was normally moving to Paris, and I had the answer like, yes, no worries, it's okay, we accepted your demands. And then at that moment I received a call that morning, and they told me, so the apartment, we did a mistake, the apartment you were about to go in, you didn't have it. And you don't have it. And
did you
like,
not say,
what?
Hang on a minute, what? This is Gjon's tear.
And I was like, no way. And they told me, yeah, we did a mistake. We forgot a mail that we received 2 weeks ago. I was like, what? And so, I was so happy, because I was like, okay, let's move to Paris. And then I had to change all of my plans. So it started like really bad that day. And then I had to figure it out with that problem that happened.
With the moving bars.
With the moving props. So I was like, oh my God, what is happening? What is this day? And so when I went on stage for the grand final broadcasted, I had like that energy inside of me. I was like, no, I'm gonna do it. And even if the prop falls, even if everything is burning, I don't care. I will do it. I will do it with all of my energy, all of me. And I'm so happy, because you don't know also that. I mean, of course, but for the people who are watching, they maybe don't know that it was so strict. I mean, they really didn't want us to meet each other. And sometimes when I was trying, there were like some people looking after. They were like, you don't have right to make hugs. And I was like, oh, and they were like, no. And I was like, oh no, like.
I'm sure people still find ways to get pregnant.
I mean, no, I mean, I really wanted to meet the other contestant, and it was like a bit. I mean, it was a bit hard, and I didn't want to be like that bad kids. Like I don't care about the rule. I'm gonna meet everyone. So
because the rules were serious. I mean, like Iceland couldn't perform, Malta couldn't go to the red carpet, Romania couldn't go to the
So that's
carpet.
why.
Yeah.
So that's why. And when I was finally on stage, I just got off off stage, and I called my grandfather, the one who really the one who cried for the first time and made me believe that I had something special with my voice. And I called him directly, and he was again crying. I was so happy that my superpower is still working on him. So yeah, hallelujah. And then
I know you said that in the live broadcast as well.
I went to the green room. I was with Sasha, that I could hug her, with my delegation that I didn't care anymore. Right? I was like, let's go. And then my parents in the audience, also my label in the audience. So I really had like all sometimes, you leave crazy moments and really happy moments, but you don't have the conditions to live it really. And you're like, oh, I know I'm going to be happy after, but I'm not realizing that. At that moment, I was realizing all the love that I received, and I was so happy, because for the first time also, you don't imagine, I'm really someone like a really perfectionist person. So I'm always hard with myself. I'm never satisfied. For the first time, I was like, okay, you did it. And the jury, even with all the problems you had, they didn't know about that. There was a crazy discussion because I said, like, after that moment, I said, I want to speak with someone because, that happens. But then I went off stage. They told me, no, everything was right. Everything was like usually. And I was like, no, it wasn't like usually. I saw the props movie. I mean, I was on it. And so it was like a crazy conversation between EBU and me. I was like, no, it happened. And they were like, we don't have time for you now. We have to go on with the other contestant. I was like, okay, so what?
So what happened?
Yeah, and they were like,
happened?
We don't care. It didn't affect enough your performance, and it's not a technical issues because it didn't touch your ears. And I was like, it touched more than my ears. Like I was like moving on the pros. Yeah. Anyway,
to be honest, I didn't notice.
And that's my job. It's to hide it.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy because finally, I mean, I know that they it's a big festival and they cannot just say, hey, let's redo it, because otherwise you can redo it for everyone. But the thing is, like, I'm really happy that this happened because finally, for me and my self-confidence, it was like a really big boost. And I was like, okay, now I always needed that validation from the professional world. Now I finally have it. I mean, I did so many contests.
You're on The Voice.
Even when I was in the festival in Montreux Jazz, even Quincy Jones told me that he didn't see such a range since long. And I was like, okay, he's telling me this, but where are the concrete things? Now the concrete things are here. I have a label. I had like all these points from the jury.
And guess what? We have more questions for you. So let me just throw one more in.
Let's go!
When Italy obviously won.
Yeah.
5 minutes. Italy obviously won, and then Malta had a French song with a French title, Je me casse. Italy won in Italian.
Yeah.
There was Barbara Pravi in French, and there was you, obviously, again in French. When you first came up with the concept of representing Switzerland,
Yeah.
because your English is so perfect, did you not think singing in another language might have been a disadvantage? And how did that play out at Eurovision when all the top songs were actually in other languages? Eurovision
happened for me. Sorry, you said I had a perfect English. Now I'm like, okay, Eurovision. Hey, I don't know how to speak. No, Eurovision happened to me just because I met the right people to do it. So I met Alios, and they asked me to do that writing camp, and we did Répondez-moi. And so, it happened like this. And I didn't thought about, let's make an English version, let's make a French version. It happened like this. It was.
But you worked with the writers of Arcade for the second one, so
for the second one it was different because I didn't have the innocence of knowing that it wasn't me, because obviously it was me this year. So it was like, okay, it's you. Now let's make your work, choose and compose by. And I was like, what? And so. We first wrote the song with Nina Semperman's and Water in English, and then I just wanted to try it in French.
Is there going to be an English version then?
I don't want an English version. I think that the song lived in French.
Yeah.
And I really like the English version, but if I'm releasing an English version, I would like to release the first version we had. So, like the maquette.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah. I prefer the French version, actually.
And I really think that song is special also because of the French.
Yeah.
And that interpretation, that it's a bit more deeper than the English version. But
and
I have
also,
some other song in English.
I think also your emotions were stronger in the original version that we all know.
Actually, for the internal jury, they put the English version in the top.
Oh.
And then when I had to sing all of this, I think I sang. Did I sing all? No, I sang the first 5 songs. When I sang the first 5 songs in live, then they chose the French version, because they thought that I had like a better interpretation with the French version. And it's a Swiss German. Most of them, I think, are Swiss German, and they really don't like French. But they for this case, they really liked it, and they really, they were like, no, you really do better in French. Let's go with French. Let's trust yourself. And I was happy because it's also, I think, something. If I really wanted to sing it in French, I think I would would give to this version, to this English version, also more importance and like more time, and also maybe on stage I will try to defend that version more. But to be honest, I wanted the French one, so maybe that's why I also defended better. So maybe that's why they liked more the
I
French
love
version.
how when you speak English, I can't even hear French. So hoping you can introduce a French accent into the next question. You're a guest at Kenga Magjike. You've seen this spectacular show. What are your first impressions?
Alors, my first impression are incredible. No, it was crazy to be here. I mean, the winner really deserved it.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I didn't know about those songs. I think I heard some little part from some of them.
Yeah.
Like I think the Aisha.
Oh, Aisha.
Yeah, exactly.
Aisha.
And also Jessica Polo.
Jessica Polo, yeah.
Actually, my biggest surprise tonight was Kras.
Oh wow, he was great.
He was really great, and yeah, but it was amazing to see the show like this, and it's really fun to be on the other side in the audience. But I would even more love to be in the shadows, like in the composition part.
Yes.
I would love to.
This
try
is
that.
Europe's best kept secret, I think, this festival. I mean, there were so many great songs I found as well, like Monstraco Mamelemde da 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 a momente I have lente. I love that, Florian.
Your Albanian is amazing.
Learning. Wow. You were quarantined in a bubble where you had to follow the strictest rules and regulations, and yet all around you, you were seeing open up.
Yeah.
Gjon Muhammadai, what does open up mean to you, especially at this time?
I mean, for me, especially after Eurovision, is open up to my life. I mean, now let's leave it for real, and let's just throw this doubts that I had, like those fears that I had. Now I really, as I said, it was a really, you don't imagine how impactful it was, because I really have the feeling now that I had everything that I was looking for since so long, that now I'm really living my life. I'm really like, I'm just like, yeah, let's enjoy my life. And I mean, of course, I will always have that perfectionism in me, but I will, now I can make the difference between being a perfectionist and also enjoying. And I think it's something I didn't know before with music.
Well, you know what? You gotta eat this pizza.
I think so too.
Eurovision news with attitude. Believe it or not, that's one of our taglines.
Wow.
I know, right? We've been chatting to Gjon's for years I couldn't pronounce your name. I used to like the G threw me
I think
off.
it's maybe because you didn't like Répondez-moi. I saw your first video.
You know, I didn't. But you know what?
I know you hate that song.
I just didn't connect with it, babe. But with the big hair and tous les univers,
now
I love the second one. I like literally my first reaction was like, after I filmed it, I had to say to William, people are gonna think I'm bipolar. Because 1 minute I didn't like this, and the next minute I do. Angela Peristeri.
We really have to go.
Oh.
We are gonna go. So, we'll see you later.